Day 45. It's pretty early right now. I'm just kind of packing up, batting down the hatches and whatnot. It's supposed to start raining pretty severely really soon and go on until like 9 or 10 a.m. So I think I might just hide in here. I kind of knew it was coming yesterday. It was talk of the shelter. I was going to say town, but shelter. Talk of the shelter. So I checked my phone and yeah, it said it's going to start pretty early. So I pulled in extra water with me in case I just had to sit here for a few hours and drink coffee. Thinking ahead. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I took down my hammock, got my straps off the trees, anything I don't want wet. Brought my tarp a little lower to the ground, and I'm just going to kick it in here for many, many hours and drink coffee. Thinking ahead. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't rain, I'll take off and go hiking. If it does rain, I sit here. I got safety supplies and coffee. What more do I need? So it's probably like 5:30 or something. 5:40. There's lightning all around, but it's pretty far away. There's people sleeping, that's why I'm quiet. Been hanging out drinking coffee with somebody named 12. We were going to go hiking early together. It's rare somebody wants to join me, but we decided to hang out and drink coffee because all of our phones said it was going to rain like now and rain hard. But figure how I still see stars. And yes, it is going to rain, but the sun's coming up soon. We're going to be wet regardless, so we're like, fuck it, let's head out now, man, while our gear's still dry. I'm seeing something shiny. What am I seeing? Maybe city lights, who knows? Yeah, definitely not eyeballs. I feel the wind's changing now. The storm's coming this way. I got my rain gear on top and stuff like that, so I'm ready to get a little soaked. Good times. And we're off. So we can get a little bit of night hiking in, but it's me. I got 12 behind me. It's kind of weird to have somebody hiking with me. We're gonna get soaked. Everybody else is going to hear the pitter-patter of rain and hide in that shelter for hours. But even worst case scenario, and it dumps. Is that the way we go? I think so. Even if it dumps, there's a shelter in 6 miles. No big deal. It's starting to come down pretty good. So naturally, I will not be filming for a while. Still headed perpetually up into the belly of the beast. I don't know why my headlamp's throwing off 3 dots like I'm the Predator. It's supposed to be water resistant, but that makes me feel as though water got in it. I kind of like it though. It's a nice warm rain. There's at least that. A shelter in another 4-ish miles if things do go bad. If it just stays like this, that'll be groovy. So it started coming down really good, so we set up just on the trail itself. I just threw my tarp out just so we have somewhere to hide. Let it ride over for a little bit. Yeah, that's 12. Just so we have somewhere to ride out for a little bit, not get too soaked. We're wet, of course, but it's not cold out or anything. Okay. So let this do its thing, pack this up, and carry on. Shelter's in another 4-ish miles. Okay, so it stopped raining. Little guys like this came out. So I figure it's safe-ish to travel on, so I'm trying to make some time before the next wave hits. Whew, cold and kind of wet, but avoided the worst of the storm. for now. There's probably more later. I'm gonna get down, go out, hang in the shelter, maybe make another cup of coffee. We'll see how I feel. Ooh. Way up here. Got a little bit more up to do, up to Thunderhead Mountain, I think they call it. Ooh, Thunderdome. Where you can buy the whole seat, but all you'll need is the edge. And hopefully it's a bunch of downhill. And there's less wind and cold down there. Ooh, it's chilly up here. It's just a little moist. Just being in here where it's sheltered from the wind is infinitely better. The fog is pretty cool too. Little patches of blue. It got kind of nice. Probably about a mile or so from the shelter. Definitely going to have I think that'll be third or fourth coffee. I had a few this morning before we started. We were sitting there waiting for the rain. And never really materialized. So like, screw it, let's go. And then it rained. That's all part of the adventure. Yeah, I can see the hills on all sides. That's a great sign. Big improvement. Oh, now that is a pipe spring. It's steep as fuck getting down here though, but man, had I brought just my water, I would have just filled up my water bottles with this. I'd trust it. I'd beat into the hill far enough for me to feel safe about it. But since I brought my dirty bag, I have to filter. Oh man, there's deer out here. Enhance. First large animals we've seen. Two of them. Oh no. Very nice run in India. Ran into Shorty. We hiked with her on the PCT. Rock on, you will not. Oh, look at there's a little deer behind it if you want to see that. Oh, I lingered here for quite a while. Laid my stuff out all hiker trashy and dried out everything. And more than likely there's more storms rolling through. Brr, it's a little chilly. Met pretty much everybody from the shelter the night before. I mean, the ones I saw. I didn't actually go in the shelter. I did cook near it. But that was it. One of the girls that cruised through, she said that she talked to the rangers and they said it's just cool to sleep wherever you want. Or outside the shelter, you know, all the spots, that it's cool. It was good because that's what I was doing. But it's nice to have confirmation. And also ran into a shortcut. We hiked with her on the PCT back in 2018, somewhere in the northern sections. I remember we split a room one night. I remember hitching in the back of a truck that had no walls, like it was just a flat bed. She looked exactly the same. And she's like, oh, hey, night washer? And I was like, night washer? Where the fuck did that come from? I guess close. Night washer. Look, it's got a hole in it. Night washer. And she's out here doing a little training session and going to the CDT later. So good luck to her. It's a whole lot of trail. I'm just walking by, enjoying the scenery and all that. And I passed it up and looked back and I thought, you were just asking to have a safety meeting on you. I agree. It's even got a little lip on the back so my pack rests in it. I'm going to take my pack off. Safety meeting, ahoy. Man, these signs are jacked. The shelter I came from was 2 something ago. I have no idea what. Klingman's Dome is only 7.5. Oh. There's that really tall thing way over there. This shelter is definitely sagging in the middle. Everything's got an angle going on to it. It looks a little less crackheady without the tarp hanging. See, and I just jump under there and hang my tarp across and get myself in. And I hang somebody else's tarp, you can totally block that off. This water source is a little more marshy looking, huh? That'll work. Okay, we've got a new plan. Tomorrow we're going to Clingman's Dome, and I'm getting a ride out with Sunshine and 12, and we're going to an Indian reservation where there's a casino, and we're getting a room there. I've never tried Wi-Fi at a casino, but I'm thinking it might be good, and that's my main reason for going. I'm like, maybe the trail wants me to go there. I don't know, but I've never been to this place. I've been to wherever that hellhole is. I can't even remember the name of the place right now. I'm tired. But I've been to the other place. What is it called? Gatlinburg. There we go. And I did not enjoy it. But I won't enjoy this either. But maybe there's Wi-Fi. Maybe they have a buffet. I don't know. Casinos often have those. I like food. I'm willing to take the chance. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to wake up. Maybe I'll get up early enough to catch a sunrise at Clingman's. It's like 5 miles away. Doesn't seem all that hard. 1,600 feet of gain over 5 miles. Easy peasy. Nothing we ain't done before, huh? All right. See you in the morning. Day 46. Sprinkling pitter patter of rain on my tent. Don't have very far to go, but I don't feel like doing it in the rain. So I'm just sitting here drinking coffee, just biding my time. There's not going to be a sunrise today anyway to catch. I'm hoping that casino has Wi-Fi. That's my biggest thing right now. See you on the trail. So apparently these two, Eggs and Bacon, have been tagging everything everywhere since they started. And the Rangers came through here looking for them, but missed them by a few hours. But finally caught them up the way, find the shit out of them. And if they find any more of it further north, that means they started again, and they said they'll get them again. But evidently it's a father-daughter duo. I hear the daughter's like 10 or 11, so it's the dad carving the name and everything. Glad they got him. What a jerk. I was really productive. Since I sat in my tent for a long time, I drank a lot of coffee, and I made 5 whole videos, which that's like, 6 or 7 hours worth of stuff, man. I've been sitting there forever. I woke up at like 2:30 and just started working on videos right away since I wasn't going to be walking. Oh, I hope they have super fast Wi-Fi. Oh, please. Haven't left yet. It started raining real good. It just kind of slowed down for a minute right now. My phone didn't say anything about rain. It did say there's a possibility of snow tomorrow. I was like, what is that little symbol coming out of that cloud? And it turns out it's a freaking little snowflake. Freaking snowflakes. So I'm glad I'm not walking yet. Everybody else already took off, but I can easily catch them. My ride is ahead because I have a ride out of here. But I know I can catch them. So I'm just going to hang out here for a while. Oh, wow. The sun peeked out for just a moment, so we are off. It's actually kind of beautiful, man. Water droplets hanging from all the branches, reflecting the sunlight. It came down hard for a little while. Everybody else that took off, sucks to be them. I've been that guy, but I'm not right now. Waiting that extra 20 minutes changed everything. Bob's out. I feel his warmth. A bird or 3 is chirping. Always a good sign. The little flowers are all still sleeping now. Don't blame them. It's cold. Okay, this is the last cold spell. This one, I swear. Is this like the 4th cold spell we've been through though? On this trail alone? No blazes. Okay, I gotta check the map. Little change of scenery. Look, it's beautiful in here. I made it to the next shelter, and there's one of those steaks I like just sitting here waiting for me. Nice. Now I'm only missing one. There's a bent up version, but it's not these ones. It's a crappier version. I'm going to blow up their privy because this one has one. I don't want to poop in the rain. Kidding? It's beautiful in here. It's just all drippy, but in the sunshine. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Last time I came up here, the view was rather bleak and gray. Not much different this time. Oh, yeah, it's cold. See a little blue sky? There's my backpack. Everybody's all excited. There's an elk in the water. They've never seen elk before. I'm like, oh, Arizona's full of them. That's not even a big badass one. That's just a little baby elk. He's confused at all the excitement. Oh, I'm exhausted. I want some Wi-Fi and a bath and some food. Day 47. I locked myself out right now. I just came out to make this video and I straight locked myself out. But I've got like 8 videos uploaded so far. I got a few more that I'll be able to do. I'm totally out here ping blazing. If you guys didn't guess, it wasn't really the intent. It just worked out that way. Awesome. So yeah, I'm having a good time. Other than I just locked myself the fuck out. Luckily, I brought some safety supplies with me. If you're gonna be locked out, you might as well be lit. But now I'm having a good time. We'll be back on the trail tomorrow. But avoided some rough weather today. It was, when we woke up, it wasn't all blue skies and whatnot, but hey, it's good times out here. I'll be back on trail tomorrow. Got plenty of time for this. Whew, day 48. Wow, what a really long night. Good times. Headed back to the trail today. The weather is beautiful. I'm in a perky mood. I'll see you back out there. Okay, we've made it back to Clingman's Dome. A cool cat named Mike gave us a ride for the low price of $50, which isn't half bad. Getting back to Clingman's Dome is kind of a bitch. It's nice to have somebody to split it with. Normally I would have hitched, but it turns out it's illegal to hitch in Cherokee Nation, so we did not. Got a little walk up, but it's a clear day. Look at this. I mean, I never get views like this. This is my third time being up here, and I've never been able to see that far. So we're going to climb back up that spire thingy and see what the actual view is from up there, what I was supposed to see so many years ago. So even though it's a clear day, you know, and not super freezing or anything, it's still by my standards pretty cold, and as evidence, excuse me peeps, as evidence, we have solid water, naturally occurring and such. This doesn't happen back home. It does, but not like that. It's supposed to get down to freezing again tonight. But you know, I'm still in the Smoky, so I'm forced to stay near a shelter. There's 2 shelters coming up, one in like 3-ish, 4 miles, and another one like 7 or 8 miles. I'm aiming for the 7 or 8 one. Let's see if 12 can keep up. I think she can. Okay, look at all the tourists now. Whew. There's a bunch of tourists up here even on the gray days. So I can see when there's a view. Sneak ahead, everybody. Oh, look at the smog. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, if it was nighttime, you'd see Gatlinburg, all the horrors and neon show they got going on down there. Yes. Ooh, touristy. Oh, we see a view.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hey, there's my stuff. Okay, even still today, there is snow all over everything. Little crystals are actually falling out of the trees every once in a while still. The wind blows and just like little snowflakes fall down. So even though the sun is shining, it's not hot enough to melt all the ice growing out of everything. My ears are cold. I'm still wearing my cold gloves. Yeah, I see little snowflakes falling down every once in a while. Glad I wasn't up here yesterday. I was having a way better time. I have found the source of the ice. The very tippity tops of these trees are still icy. Enhance. Wah. Wah. And the wind just blows them off every once in a while and they come down as little crystals still. Oh, it must have sucked up here yesterday. So glad I wasn't here. Oh yeah, top of everything is frozen. Oh, I wish I could get some between me and the sun. And nuts. Oh, that sunlight does feel great. Good job, Bob. You're doing it well there. Of course, we've got more storms coming in the future, but that's the AT for you. It's already 2 o'clock. Been on trail for a couple hours. It's definitely warmed up. We're not going very far today. You know, it's the Smokies. You can only camp in certain places. And with full backpacks, taking 2 days off, I figure it's wise to stop at the first shelters, get involved in a little hanky-panky, and wake up early and hike on from there. Because we could make it to the second shelter, but that's another 8 miles away. Heavy packs, you get there, be exhausted. No hanky-panky. There's no fun in that. It just sounds like hiking. It's not what we're out here for, is it? We do a little of that to facilitate our fun. We're not out here to hike. Speaking of which, my shoes are finally showing some wear and tear. I lost some chunks of foam. I'm starting to get little holes in them. But I think I got like, I don't know, 700 miles on them. And they're still pretty okay looking. Tread's still there. What how many more miles I can get out of them. Oh, tonight I am sleeping in a 2-man Big Agnes tent. Oh, I'm afraid to work the zippers on it. It's gonna break. Oh, it's gonna be so cozy and warm in there. It's gonna be freezing out there. This place filled up with hikers. Tons of us. All spread out throughout the woods. I didn't expect so many people here. It is cold. There are tons of hikers here. It's pretty cool. I know everybody. I've been all over the trail already. And even one of the dudes, Sunfish. Oh, I see him. Oh, yeah, that is him. Right, that's his butt right there. He actually watched me on the first trail and contributed and helped me get to the delinquency I am at today. And he says I inspired him to come out. I love hearing that, man, because I feel like a loser all the time. So, the fact that I somehow inspire people makes me feel like a better class of loser. But it is freezing here tonight. The place is filled. There's people all over this. I'm guessing there's almost 20 of us here. I was not expecting that. But it's very cool. It's nice seeing all these peeps. Kind of weird. It's the small world syndrome.